Welcome again to another edition of the Big Time Sports. I'm the mellow tones of Charlie Jones, and tonight, wow, if you're a softball fan, you gotta love what we are doing tonight. We have got softball talent all over this studio tonight. We've got to bring in not one, not two, but three former high school stars right here in T County. But now, guess what? Now they are performing at a higher level at their prospective colleges. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. I'm going to make you sit right there and watch the show so you can see for yourself what I'm talking about. Now, here's the real deal. Okay, so Friday night, the Strasburg Tigers will be at Akron Firestone Stadium in the D4 state semifinal. Your favorite place for live stream sports, and I say we are your favorite place for live stream sports because every time we do a live stream, we really bring in the viewership numbers. We got another place in town, they're not really doing live TV like we are, okay, but we are really kicking in the big numbers, and I know you are watching it on the Big Time Sports. Now, so listen up here now. So Friday night for that Strasburg-Gibsonburg game, by the way, they're referred to as the Golden Bears. And listen to this guy. Mellow Tones is telling you right now, the Golden Bears are going down, baby, because those Tigers are awful tough. So anyway, we're going to be there. We're going to bring you a live audio game on the Big Time Sports Facebook. It's going to be just like listening to the game on a radio station, but the Big Time Sports guys are going to do it for you. Mitch Spinell and Matt Ritzer will be booth buddies up there at Firestone, so you can listen to it at 5 o'clock. I say listen to it just like you do on the radio at 5 o'clock on the Big Time Sports Facebook. Now, as soon as the game is over, 30 minutes later, a half an hour after that game is over, we are going to bring you the live stream video. It's all happening here at Big Time Sports. And then, of course, later that evening, if you want to catch it again, you can go to Spectrum Cable 15, and up north, it's 989. We're going to show you a replay at 11 o'clock Friday night. Bring that replay back again Saturday morning at 9. So don't forget, we're going to bring you radio on our Facebook at 5 o'clock. A half an hour after the game's over, live stream video, baby, from the Big Time Sports guys. You know, we are number one when it comes to live stream sports, and it's all because of you, our faithful sports fans. So there you have it. I'm going to step back. I'm going to catch my breath because I think Charlie's Angels have just came in through our security gate. We'll be back after you watch this from Dani Wright. Excuse me. We'll be back after you watch this from Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. Welcome back to the Big Time Sports Show tonight. We are talking high school and college softball. We've got three gals on the show tonight who played here in an area high school who are now playing college softball. So with that, let me introduce our first guest, and this is a young lady by the name of Emma Gilkerson. Now, a lot of you people out there already, I don't have to tell you about Emma because you watched her play in high school. You know most of the things about her, but I have her in here tonight because mostly I want her to update you on what she's doing at Cleveland State. So let me introduce now my young friend, Emma Boom Boom Gilkerson. And Boom Boom, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Former Strasburg Tiger. Wow. Former state champion.
Mm-hmm.
Now the home run record holder at Strasburg High School.
Yes.
So I know you don't like to talk about these things, but I need to, everybody out there in TV land wants to know about this stuff. So tell me a little bit about your days on the Strasburg softball team. So you started out as a freshman. And if I remember correctly, you were on the field as a freshman.
hmm
So take me from there.
Well, starting as a freshman was like intimidating because I mean Strasburg softball has always had this name and it's always hold these records, and playing for Bud too was very nerve-wracking, and they had I think 8 seniors on the field, so I was like the little freshman on the field. But
Well, you telling me that the starting lineup was 8 seniors and freshmen and a Gilkerson?
I think it was like
Wow.
7 or 8. Yeah,
That speaks a lot to your ability, doesn't it?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So where did you play? Where were you on the field as a freshman?
First base.
First base.
hmm
Okay. So all 4 years at Strasburg, did you play first base?
No. Well, so I didn't have my sophomore year, but then junior year I moved to short,
Okay.
and then senior year I was at short too.
Isn't there currently on the Strasburg softball team who is getting ready to win another state championship, we hope? Isn't there a young lady at first base that has the same last name as you do?
People say we look alike. Yeah.
Wow. And her name is what?
Ella.
Ella Gilkerson,
Yeah.
who is your younger sister.
Yep.
So how much time do you spend during your off season helping younger sister Ella with her softball skills? Any? I mean, do you teach her how to be a better first baseman? Do you teach her things at the plate? If anybody knows things at the plate, it should be you. Right.
Yeah. More before I left in the summer we worked together, and this now which is kind of just laid back when she gets home, but we've worked together before.
Okay, so in your 4 years in Tiger Town on that softball team, you won 1 state championship.
hmm
How many Final Fours did you see?
Final Fours, none.
Okay,
Other than when I was a manager, we went to the Final Four, but not when I played.
I think the Tigers have 8 state championships.
They do.
Under their belt. Of course, they're going for number 9,
Number 9.
and that all starts this Friday night. Are you? I know you're not playing, but are you nervous?
I'm so nervous.
Ah.
I said I wasn't going to scout the team because I'll be nervous, and I'm not even playing. So
So, okay, how would you make your sister, who was a freshman, by the way, at first base?
she is.
So she's got to be a little bit like this. How are you going to help her relax and get ready for the game?
An advice what I would give her is kind of just tell her to take it all in. Like when you get there, look at everybody and understand how much support you have behind her and the whole team.
Speaking of support, man, I'll tell you what, you talk about a fan base. When Strasburg plays softball, the last person in town turn off the lights because everybody in town is coming to that softball game.
Yep.
All right, so I mentioned you hitting a home run or two when you were at Strasburg High School. So you had 4 years, and you kept chipping away and sending them, chipping away upper deck, chipping away. Did I tell you that I know the couple of your home runs had yet to come back to earth? Huh?
You mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so my friend Carly Clark,
Yes.
okay, who sometimes works the Big Time Sports booth with me,
hmm
used to be the home run hitter at Strasburg, okay, the record holder.
Mhm.
Who do we know that holds that record now?
Me.
Oh, that's right, it's you, isn't it? All right, so I know you don't want to tell everybody, but how many total home runs did you put over the fence in your high school career at Strasburg?
In the 3 years I got to play, I had 39.
39 round trippers. Wow, great high school career. Now let's go to Cleveland State right now.
Yes.
You're playing at Cleveland State. You play in shortstop, you mentioned. You play at first base, you mentioned. Where are you playing at Cleveland State?
Right now I'm behind the plate.
Wow, you're catching now.
Yeah.
Is there any position you can't play?
I haven't tried pitching in a couple years. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So you got up to Cleveland State and they said, Gilkerson, we're going to try you behind the plate. What are you thinking? I mean,
Well, I've always caught for travel ball and for a little for Strasburg when I was younger, but not in the last couple years.
what would you rather play? Behind the plate or where your sister is at first base?
Depends on which team.
Oh, okay. All right. So what's the difference, Emma, between high school softball and D1 college softball?
there's a big difference. It was really an eye opener for me. I think it's like a crazy change.
And when you say it's a crazy change, what's different? I mean, same bat, same ball, same rules.
Yeah, everyone's faster, everyone's stronger, everyone's bigger, more. They have more knowledge. It's kind of really crazy.
All right, now, Emma, you're not going to believe this, but you see that light flashing?
Yes.
You know what that means? That means that Emma now is going to go back to the bullpen, and I'm going to bring up another guest, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to thank you for coming in, and do me a favor, cheer real loud for those Tigers Friday night up there at Akron.
For sure.
Okay? All right, so there you have it. Cleveland State catcher Emma Gilkerson, home run king at Strasburg. We'll be back with another high school and college softball player after you watch this from Sophia Knight's, from Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. Welcome back to the Big Time Sports Show. Tonight we have got 3 ladies in here tonight, and we're going to talk high school softball and what they're doing now, playing collegiately at their respective schools. So in that last segment, Emma Gilkerson, former Tiger, current Cleveland State Viking, on the set with those mellow tones. This time we're going to go from Strasburg High School to Tuscarawas Central Catholic High School. And what a bigger name coming out of TCC than the name of Sophia Knight. And Sophia, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
Sophia, let's talk a little bit about your high school days, then we'll get into where you're at now with the Toledo Rockets. Let's go back to TCC. You had a pretty good run. You had a pretty good team back in your day also, correct? What about your high school days? What about anything that really sticks out and comes back to you?
My senior year, we had a pretty good run. We went to regional semifinals before we got knocked out. And before that, we hadn't made it out of districts in I don't know how many years.
Wow.
So
okay.
That was exciting.
Okay, so take me back now to, so they're putting, every time you pitch, they're putting K's in the book. You know what I mean? Put another K in the book for Knight, put another K in the book for, you're putting them down and you're fanning them, okay? What about the recruiting? Okay, so now all of a sudden you got college guys, ringing your phone, texting you, emailing you about, Sophia, we'd like to talk to you about pitching for us. Tell me a little bit about the recruiting of Sophia Knight from Tuscarawas Central Catholic to Toledo University.
Well, it's about connections, honestly, and I needed to switch to a travel team that got a lot more looks, and so that was a lot different from the travel team that I grew up playing on. And I was recruited by Joe Abraham to Toledo, and there's a whole new coaching staff this year. So
you're telling me something here that I should have known, and that is these travel teams. You get a lot of college guys with radar guns and binoculars and all that stuff, hanging out watching these travel teams. And I bet Dani and Emma know all about this stuff that you're trying to tell me, right?
Right.
All right, so let's now go from TCC, about a 3-hour drive to northwestern Ohio to Toledo University. I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked young Emma Gilkerson, and that is, what's the difference between playing softball at TCC as opposed to playing softball at Toledo University?
Just like Emma said, it's a completely different game, and there's so many changes and so many adjustments that you have to make.
So can I ask you what the biggest is? What was the biggest adjustment?
Well, coming from a small town, there's a few girls that are, at that next level, but whenever you're actually at the next level, everybody is just as good. So.
Oh, okay. So all of a sudden, you're not the big dog in town.
Right.
You're not the Emma Gilkerson of Strasburg or the Dani Wright of Strasburg or the Sophia Knight of TCC, right? Okay, so this past season that just ended, all right, for you at Toledo, my notes say you were 9 and 9. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay, and you had an earned run average of somewhere around 3.82,
Right.
right? So grade yourself. Okay, so tell me about your season. Would you give yourself an A, B, C? How do you grade out?
I don't know what grade I would give myself, but I definitely made a big improvement from my freshman year, and I'm looking forward to next season to make
But
it.
you see, and a lot of people out there in TV land know this. When you're pitching for Division I competition, man, you got to bring your A game every day. So 9 wins, is pretty darn good.
Well, it's a lot of our defense too. Our defense has improved so much, and we have a great team behind. I have a great team behind me.
So now let's get into academics.
hmm
Being a college athlete is tough enough with all the demands placed on you, but then all of a sudden here comes this thing called, we got to go to class, we got to study, okay?
Right.
Should I tell everybody out there in TV land what you accomplished this year at Toledo University in the classroom? Or do you want to
Sure.
tell them? It makes no
No,
difference.
whatever you have.
All right, let me read this to you, okay? Sophia Knight was one of 24 student athletes to earn at least a 3.5 GPA or higher. Sophia Knight was one of the softball ladies that achieved the Dean's List, right? Did I read that right? Wow. Dean's List, that's pretty darn good. So how
Thank
much
you.
time, and you're playing all over the country. You're playing in Florida, you're playing in Tennessee. How do you study and get on the Dean's List when you're playing any sport in college?
Well, it was I had a wake-up call from last year. I struggled a lot, like managing my time and adjusting to playing, and also like catching up on all the class you missed from traveling and just keeping up with all the work. So
You do a lot of studying in the back of the bus?
yeah.
Okay, I understand that. But Sophia, you're not going to believe this. Just like Emma, I'm running out of time.
Oh,
Wow. So I'd like to talk more with you. I'd like to talk more with Emma, but we got to go. But congratulations on
Thank
a
you.
good season.
Thank
and
you.
Good luck down the road.
thank you.
All right. So there you have it. TCC graduate and current Toledo Rocket, Sophia Knight in the house with old Mellowstone. Stay right there. We got one more to go. And I'll tell you what, this is another one of those Strasburg Tigers you are sure to want to hear from. We'll be back after you watch this from Sophia Knight's favorite automotive dealer. It's Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. Good evening. We are back to the Big Time Sports Show. And I tell you what, tonight, wow, the softball talent is all over the studio tonight. First, Emma Gilkerson, followed by Sophia Knight. Now we have another one of those tough Tigers from Strasburg. And this young lady's name is Dani Wright. And Dani, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you.
So, Dani, you're kind of like Emma. You came up through that Strasburg softball program. Do you remember your age when you first started playing softball?
I was 8.
You were 8 years old. So
Mhm.
you spent all those years back at Franklin Park in Strasburg
Mhm.
being taught how to play the game of softball.
Yep.
Give me your moment of high school softball, something you will never, ever forget, okay?
Either winning the state game last year or when me and Emma had, well, it was like her play, but I was playing first and we had like a double play together
Wow, you and
in the state game. Emma.
Wait a minute. Do you mean Emma Gilkerson?
Yep.
You and Emma pulled off a double play? But why were you at first base? Didn't you say you were covering first base?
Oh, that's where I played.
Oh, I see. I
Mhm.
thought Emma might have been at first base. Okay. So tell me about that state championship. That was just last year?
Mhm.
So take me through that championship season for Dani Wright. A lot of tough teams you played, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so how do you get there? So you got a first-year coach last year. I mean, your senior season, you had a new coach, right? Coach Tommy Spidell comes in. What's the knee-jerk reaction to the softball ladies when everybody starts texting everybody and says, oh, we got a new coach? His name is Tommy Spidell. What are you thinking when you get that text?
I had Tommy my first year of softball when I was 8, and I was super excited to have him as a coach because, you know, he had coached everyone throughout the years, but yeah, I was excited.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Tri-C, Cuyahoga Community College. You're playing softball up there.
Mm-hmm.
What position are you playing up there?
I'm kind of like all over the place, usually first base, second, or outfield.
Okay, all right. Now, is it tough for you, as I talked to Sophia, studying and playing softball?
Yeah.
How tough is that?
Yeah, it's hard.
So how do you get all your hours in to study if you're out playing? How many days a week do you practice softball up there at Tri-C?
About like 4 or 5.
And then you got like 3 or 4 games during the week also.
On the weekends, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so how do you juggle that? How do you juggle your time between academics and softball?
Well, most of my classes are online, so during the day, like before practice, I can just get on my computer and do my homework and study.
Okay, so what does Dani Wright want to be when you graduate from college? You want to be a highly visible, much sought after TV show host like your buddy Mellotones? Or do you want to be a nurse like Sophia Knight wants to be? Or what do you want to be?
I want to be an elementary teacher.
An elementary school teacher.
Yep.
What grade level do you think you'd like to start at? Because you seem to me like the kind of girl that would be real good with younger kids.
I was thinking kindergarten.
Wow, that is starting me out. Kindergarten. Boy, I'll tell you what, that's going to be tough. Kindergartners are tough to deal with, aren't they? All right, so let's now go to Akron Firestone Stadium Friday night, which is where you are going to be, right?
Yep.
Okay, so tell me how the game unfolds. How do the Tigers look against the Golden Bears from Gibsonburg?
I don't really think it matters how they look. I think it's how they come out. Like, even if they are the underdog in any game, I think if they come out strong, then they've got it.
You know, they have, I don't have to tell you about the young lady on the mound, in the circle for the Tigers, Amelia Spidell. She has done a great, you know what? Amelia Spidell is a young Sophia Knight. Huh? What do you think about, how you like that comment? Huh?
Yep.
But anyway, so the Tigers got to play some good defense. It only takes one error now to beat you. The last guy standing,
Yeah.
you can either play it out next day or, go home for the rest of the season. So you think the Tigers got a great chance to win state championship number 9?
Yep.
All right, so they win Friday night, we hope. Then they come back Saturday afternoon, I think. Do you know the time? Because I forget it.
5:30.
5:30 again?
Mhm.
Wow, okay. Saturday, and you'll be there both days, right?
Yep.
All right, now my young friend Dani Wright, Cuyahoga Community College softball gal, right? I need you to help me close the door on tonight's show. We're up against the clock, so they're telling me, Charlie, we got to bail real quick. So having said that, I need you to help me do that. You ready? Here we go. Keep your socks high
And your powder dry.
and